So here we go. Here's the package. Nothing major. It's just a small package with 6 spark plugs in it. So you can see, got it from Burger Motorsports. It was a really good deal for this, actually. It was $91 with shipping for all 6. When I was everywhere else I looked, it was like $120 something for all 6 of them, and they had them for $14 a piece. So I fully, now they don't have the 1-step coulter right now. They're currently out of stock nationwide, according to them. So if you find some, you can find some possibly at your local AutoZone, maybe at one of your parts stores. They could have some on stock, but I wouldn't trust the ones on eBay, especially the ones that are way less of a cost than what they actually cost. So just keep in mind. But let's open this up and see what we got here. I'm gonna try to hold this here, see what we can do here. All right, I'm just gonna sit you guys down for a second. Just a little incision. All right, just a little incision, and see what you got inside you. All right, oh yeah, I got those laser iridium premium. Nice. Now they recommend these be gapped to 0.20, so I'm gonna start off there, and as you can see, there's the part numbers. Yeah, there you go. So let's pop this open and see. Yeah, she's pretty. Oh, it's a pretty plug right there. Way cleaner than my plugs that are in there right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and I'll gap all of them but one, and then I'll show you the process of gapping one, and then we'll install them. All right, so got the feeler gauge. It is set to, shoot, I don't think you can see that, but if it makes it out, it's on the 0.02, not 0.2. I was misquoting you in the beginning. It's 0.02. So, all right, let's start these over here. All right, so got our spark plug. What we're gonna do is we're gonna check it, and it's got a little bit of a wiggle right there. It's just not quite exactly where it needs to be. So what we're going to do, I've seen many people do it, it's just a simple tap method. You're going to tap it a little bit, don't tap it too much, and then double check it, see what you got there. Give it a little tap, check it. I'm still pretty far off, but you don't want to hit it too hard because you could easily just bend it way too much. You're just getting it to where it starts to grab it, and that way you know it is exactly at that 0.02 mark. Like I said, you're just gonna do it in small taps. Like, it's already starting to get there. It's pretty close. Tap a little more there. So I'm getting really close. I'm getting really close. Almost. So close. Ah, see, there we go. So I don't know if you can see this, but you see how it's basically, there is no gap anywhere here. It is just, and it has a slight bit of resistance going in, not very much. You don't want too much. It's just ever so slightly, just it touching it. So that is exactly at the 0.02 mark, and that is what we're going to go with. And so I have all of these done already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect this one, shove it back into the container until I'm ready, and I'm going to start installing them. So we are looking at my engine. What we're going to need to do is there are 2 screws. Basically, this one would have been right there, and you remove these 2 screws. There are normally more screws back up in there. Yeah, back up in there. And but I left those out last time. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna remove this, and what I'm also gonna need to remove is I'm gonna need to remove this cowl right here, because in order to get to some of these spark plugs that are back up in there, I'm gonna need that space that is occupying. So I'm gonna need an 8mm socket as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove that cover and that recirculation sensor. And we're also gonna remove that. We will be removing these 2 8mm bolts right here, as well as that one and that one, as well as the opposing side here. And there are also, let's see, where are they? There are 2 more right here, but I believe they are actually underneath this cover right here. So I'll show those to you too. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and pull this cover off. It's been off a few times. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I was right. So yeah, there's a screw right there also. So under each one of these panels there's also some screws, so keep that in mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my 8mm, remove these screws, remove this cover right here. If you have the TFT set up, you will have a screw right here to remove, which you obviously will see. So let me get that done and I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so we're at that point. What I'm going to do is, this is the number 1, and so obviously to get the harness undone from it, you just, there's a little capper, a little thing right here, you just lift it and it kind of pushes it out at the same time, and it's super easy. So these can actually be a little tough when you're first going to try to take them out. Some people say you can put a little something in there, leverage. I just kind of just grab it and pull. May work out for you guys too. I use the gel and whatnot that keeps it from seizing. So I'm gonna replace that guy right down up in there. Set y'all up so y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I got my plug. Put a little bit of that anti-seize on there. You don't want it to seize up. Let's see here, where's my... Remember, BMW spark plug, it's 12 point, also magnetic inside there, so hold it and it's good to go. So I don't need that just yet. You know what? It also helps when you remove the other spark plug first, so let's do that first. Such long threads. There we go. So, cold plug, new plug. And just be careful, don't just throw it in there. You don't want to mess up your reading. And just take care of it. It's delicate. Now, if you're wanting to know the exact torque, it's 17 foot-pounds. I've never done it. It's always worked out good for me. I use my hand torque wrench, and yeah, it reads it pretty well. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this back. You know what? Let me come get you guys. All right, so as you can see, whenever you're putting it back in, it's got a little area it's got to go in. So you can see it whenever I do this. It's got that little area, those little spots that it kind of wants to sit. So you want to just kind of, and you can feel it when it meets up with the, you can feel it when it meets up with the plug and it's snug. And so then you just, boom, and it's, now that one is good to go. So I have completed all of those. Come on, phone. There you go. Yeah, so I've completed all those now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put that cover back on that we removed. Well, you know what? first, I'm actually going to crank it up, make sure everything is operating properly, and I'll get back to you. So as you can see, my air fuel ratios are good. They're pretty with each other. Let's give some gas to see what happens. That is normal for it to go up to 200 and whatnot when it maxes it out when I let off the gas. See, in that little bit I just put out 270 Newton meters, which really only about like 100 and something torque just sitting here. So, all right, let's go out here. Oh. Oh, those injectors are so much louder when you don't have that cover on there. You can hear those things. Oh yeah. Everything's nice. Alright, so everything's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cover back on and then take her for a spin, see how she feels. If those spark plugs fix the issue. So let's slow down a little bit so I got some room to do some shit here. Don't want to speed too much, you know. Alright, here we go. This should be good enough. I'm gonna say it's good to go now. No more check engine light. Definitely was my spark plugs. So good to go, guys. Good to go.